So there's a couple of websites that track advanced analytics, and essentially, once you learn how to read them, it's not as difficult as it seems. And basically, Corsi for percentage is shot attempts that each team takes. So if the Rangers play the Devils, if the Rangers take 10 shot attempts and the Devils take 5 shot attempts, they basically put that in a percentage. So all it's telling you is shot attempts per team. But essentially the theory is the more shot attempts you're taking, the more possession of the puck you have. So that's just kind of telling you how much puck possession there is. And then there's goals for percentages, expected goals for percentages. They basically put a numerical value on scoring chances. So shots that were taken from a pass across the slot have a numerical value and so on and so forth. So teams rack those up throughout the game, and then they put a percentage on it based on the total number and which team had each. So all the numbers do are just give you a reference for how the team is playing. But more importantly, once you know the numbers, if you watch the game, the numbers just back up what your eyeballs see.
Okay. Is moneypuck.com one of the ones you use? I'm just curious.
Natural Stat Trick is the one that I use.
Okay, gotcha.
And I use that, and it's I know there's like people that are super big on like eye test versus analytics. I never understood why people would like die on one of those hills. Like they're super passionate about it too, both ways.
Yeah.
I'm just eye test only. I don't, which I never understood because there were 16 games on Saturday night. So like you didn't watch all 16 games and like eye test it out. So then the next time the team plays, like you go on ESPN.com or like NHL.com and you're looking up like goalie statistics or power play statistics, like that's just analytics. It's just a little more superficial. Yeah. And then the analytics people will be like, a game will happen, your team will win, and somebody from the other team will send you like a deserve to win-o-meter. I don't know if you guys have come across.
I've seen a lot of the
and I'm just like, oh my gosh, like, are you kidding me, man? Like the game like was played on the ice.
Yeah, so, that's a big one on Penguins and Capitals Twitter. I'm sure we can all
attest to that.
Penguins deserve to win every night, man. And the Capitals the other way.
The Caps are the other way. Every time I've got friends that are fans of a lot of different teams. And I'm a huge Caps guy, and almost every time I play somebody who I know, somebody who's a fan of that team, they send me like, just so you know, you didn't deserve to win or whatever.
Yeah, Devil fans, or last year it was just every game. I was like, oh my gosh.
So I love that you just kind of brought both those points up, because you have people who die on the hill of eye test and people who die on the hill of analytics. And listen, I am not by any means an analytics guy, but I do take like stats into consideration. So I want to ask you this, like, other than using, natural stat trick, like Corsi, expected goals for, whatever, do you look at anything else? Like for me personally, I'll say this, like something I've been really emphasizing lately is previous head-to-head matchups. I've seen a lot of people writing up about that, and I don't put like, all my weight into it, but I will say, like, I look at that and I definitely take it into consideration. Is that something you do?
Yeah, I mean, there's a game tonight. I think Calgary's playing Arizona tonight, and they just played like a couple days ago. And if you look at those numbers, like the Corsi percentage, expected goals for, shot attempts for, and stuff like that, Arizona dominated that game. I think they lost 6-3 or something like that. That's a game that I would bounce back to and be like, I think, because you know how hard it is to beat a team twice in a couple of days, and especially the team outplayed the other team that lost. That's a game that I was looking at tonight. I just didn't feel like playing anything tonight because I'm with you guys and whatever. But I do look at head-to-heads and stuff like that. But I think the biggest thing that I tend to do versus what others do is that I'm not afraid to use a 2 to like 8 game sample. And I think that people who have models and people who have trends, which is so awesome, like they're so smart for like being able to just like have models just in general, but they're taking into consideration like stats and games that were played in October. And it's January 6th. I don't even know the date, 16th. It's January 16th. Like that shouldn't factor into what happens, like how you pick a game tonight. So if you're looking at a goaltender's like goals against average, or if you're looking at just like season long Corsi 4, it's like, well, how is the team playing in the last 5 games? Because like their whole month of November is going to factor into their statistics, but they're not the same team from November, you know? So that's kind of where I think I differ. If you look at my tweets and stuff like that, it's last 2 games, last 3 games, last 5 games, because I'll take their season long Corsi 4 percentage, and then I'll see their last 5 games. And if there's like a significant uptick, you would be like, hey, this team's actually like playing pretty good hockey right now.